Hi, this is Jen. I'm here with Sam Chase, and he's agreed to answer a couple of our questions. And if you don't know who he is by now, he's the president of the upcoming Saratoga Comic Con that's going to be May 6th and 7th in Saratoga Springs in the City Center. You can say hi now. Sorry, I talk a lot.
Hey, what's going on?
Alright, so... Oh, I'm good. Thank you for asking. Alright, my first question. Do you think Chase Con is expanding versus the last con? Or do you think you've reached, peak attendance for this area?
No, definitely not. We're still, trying to bring in and let people know more and more about the show. I mean, I have people in Saratoga that still say, wow, there's a Comic-Con, and I tell them, yep, this is the 5th show in the 3rd year that we've been doing it. They're really shocked about it. So, spreading the word, I think it's going to take a few more years, several years actually, because, kids grow up, and then they start liking Comic-Con, so then they become new.
Yeah, there's always a new crowd.
Right, and people move into the area, so there's always going to be the bigger crowd. I mean, what we did is we set a destination for Troy and Albany on Facebook, and we boosted a very expensive, advertising on Facebook, and we had over 1,200 likes in about a week. And it just goes to show either they maybe knew about it, but probably they didn't know about it. So that's a whole brand new audience, and now through word of mouth is, hey, this is Saratoga Comic Con going on, and what are they going to have there? So they go to Facebook or the web page, and they find out just how we are really an upcoming new con that is has a lot to offer.
Yeah, definitely. So you think that people travel here for this, or is it just local people? Because I know that I've gone 3 hours for a convention.
Right, yeah, I think we were in the same boat when we went to some of those conventions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've driven 4 hours last weekend, 2 weekends ago, I drove 3.5 hours. So, yeah, I've seen people drive 7 hours, 8 hours to my show. I've had people come, obviously, we get people worldwide. I've had people from Canada. I had somebody that was coming from Brazil. And they were going on vacation, and they were trying to plan, and my show was on their plan list because they were up in the area. So I've had people from the Philippines. The guy was coming over from the Philippines, and so he made it a point to be at my show. Yeah, I think people do, but that's that. But I do know that people do drive 5-6 hours to get to my show all the time. So, but we do have a lot of local as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always nice to see the same faces at every show and what they do differently with cosplays and stuff, but it's also really nice to get people from out of the area too, so that's good.
Yeah, it does become a big family with the cosplay, especially locally, or people that do come on in, and there aren't really any cliques either. We're like a family, we're very open, we're very accepting of everyone, and so there aren't any, real cliques going on. I feel like when people are there, they're they meet the same people from all over, and because they always are showing up. So it's just become a real loving environment in a safe place that we've created, and we've really worked hard at doing, especially for the local community.
Yeah. Speaking of the cosplay community, I know that I know obviously about the cosplay contest because I'm a judge, but is there anything you want to tell anybody about the upcoming cosplay contest?
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting this year. We definitely are pushing the bar with, Chase Con Saratoga Comic Con in a lot of ways. So we wanted to step out a little bit more. We've, as you know, and you've had to hand out yourself, are the bags of goodies. So what we're doing, we're kind of doing away with those. We're not going to have those anymore, but you can still win prizes during the day through tickets and stuff. And also you can get the VIP bags now, and those have a lot of prizes and all the prints in them that usually are given away at the cosplay contest. So even though that stuff is good and fun to get, it might not be as memorable as something like a trophy or a certificate. So for the Best in Show for the kids and adults cosplay contest, you'll receive a trophy. If you don't win that, you still have a chance to win Best in Group, Best Craftsmanship, Best Performance, and also Honorable Mention. They will all have personalized dated and signed certificates, Saratoga Comic Con tickets, or excuse me, certificates, and they're really neat. They're really well designed, and I think these things are going to look great in a frame and on people's walls. So I really do encourage people to come to the cosplay contest. Also, you have to remember that we're only allowing 30 contestants, maybe 35. But we're only allowing that, and everything has to be kept. All performances need to be kept under a minute, because I think I think we can mention at the last cosplay competition, even though it was fun, everybody had a great time. Some of it got a little out of hand, where people's performances were 3-4 minutes, and then
it just drags on when it goes too long like that.
Right, and what happens with a very long cosplay competition is the vendors are downstairs waiting, because when people get out, they want to go one last shop around, and so the vendors are waiting, and things just kind of seem to die down in the show, and people don't realize that there's almost 300 people upstairs,
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so, and also I think people started getting hot and tired, and it's hard to sit in a seat for 2 to 3 hours. It's like being in church.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to be like church, cosplay church. So, I guess I say that because I had to go to church as a kid, like for all the time. So
yeah.
But anyway, so that's just a small little story. But yeah, so we just want to make sure that people are there for about an hour, maybe a little bit over. And I think it's going to be great. Now, if people can remember that Saturday, adult cosplay contest, age 17 and up, that is for the adults. The only way you can enter as a kid is through best in group. If it's like your family, like your mom, dad, or cousins or whatever, and like your cousins are, maybe 20 and you're 15 or something. So that's the only way into the adult cosplay contest, is if you're doing a best in group. Vice versa for the youth, for the kids cosplay contest on Sunday. So if you're an adult, yes, you can enter, but it must be in a group.
Yeah, like if you're a parent and you guys did matching cosplays, that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, but otherwise it is forbidden. The ages 16 and below for the adult cosplay contest are not allowed in. You can go and watch, but you cannot enter. And the same thing goes, you have to be, if you're 17 and older on Sunday, you can't enter.
That's fair. That's really fair to separate it, because it's different levels, I think the trophy thing is a really good idea, because last time one of the winners did express to me that she was really sad that she didn't get a certificate, because she kind of collects them from each show she wins at.
I still feel bad about them.
No, she's good now, but I think it's a really, really good change, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think people are going to love this, and I think it's really stepping the bar up. Instead of like, oh, here's your prize, it's like, here's your certificate that says that you did something, and says that, you're worth it, and that all your time and hard work that you've done is now can be shown to everybody. So, hashtag Saratoga CC.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta Instagram it and show off.
Right.
I know that the cosplay contest is the one of the biggest events, but I know that there's other panels and attractions.
Correct. Yeah, there's a ton of them.
Would you like to list some for us?
Well, I'd say the one that goes just under the cosplay competition is definitely going to be the Clerks panel with Brian O'Halloran and Scott Schiaffo. So I think that's from 2:15 to 3 p.m. That's right before the cosplay competition, actually. I think that's going to be really huge.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's one of the biggest guests to have ever come to our area, so that's going to be pretty wild.
Yeah, I think the biggest guest for film, because we've done some other groundbreaking stuff, like the last show we had, Olga Kirklina from, it was her first con ever from Kick-Ass 2. Kick-Ass 2 was a big movie, and she was a very well-known character, but she's only done really one movie, kind of. And,
she was really nice. I did get to meet her.
Right, yeah, and so there's so many other people that, we've had, but, yeah, definitely, Brian, and if all the anime people are out there, they can remember that Brian also has been on Pokemon, so all the Pokemon voice actor people that, are voice actor fans that would like to come get his autograph, he'll definitely be there, and he'll be signing Saturday and Sunday. So.
Oh, great! That's really good news because I didn't know about the Pokemon thing, so that's cool.
Yeah. So also a big event, even though we're talking about panels right now.
Yeah, sorry.
Trying to hurry this up real quick, but the thing is about the this is very important. The giant free photo op in the hallway for all con goers. That means cosplayers, non-cosplayers, everybody. There was a giant photo we took, and you can see that at the panels page, where it was like several hundred people that were just all in the hallway, and it was filmed, and also photos were taken. But last time we did it right before the cosplay competition, so there was like 200 people in the cosplay room waiting, and not downstairs in the hallway. So this time we put it at 1:55 to 2:05. We will be announcing it, and probably around 2 we'll be taking the photo, so I do suggest being there during those times.
Yeah, that's exciting to have, because then you can definitely easily see how the con's progressed with each picture.
Right, and how, we had, I'm going to say all the cosplayers were a phenomenal bunch of cosplayers we had, including yourself and everyone else that showed on up, the Montreal XMen, all the furries we had. That was just a really awesome thing that they did. Just everybody was just there having a good time, like a giant family, and they all loved it. And it's just something that I'm so proud of, that everybody's there and just having a good time, because that's my job, is to make sure that everyone has a good time and that everybody feels welcome, and to get the right staff, to get everybody. I don't let my staff hire grumpy people, so I try and make sure everything's nice and friendly and everybody feels comfortable. So that's with that being said. Also, we have the cosplay karaoke, which is a brand new panel.
Yeah.
You're kind of in charge of that.
I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be great. Come and sing your favorite songs. Also, the PC wrestling panel, which is the Nasty Boys, coming all the way up from Florida, or WWF/WWE, WCW, TNA, AWA Superstars. So that's a pretty big panel. That will be from 12 to 1. Also, quickly, the cosplay karaoke panel 1 to 1:45. Then Sunday, I should say, cosplay fight. All these panels I mentioned are for Saturday, but the cosplay fencing class, which is 11 to 12. Come learn how to fence and cosplay style. It's really fun. That will be from 11 to 12 on Saturday. Then Sunday, 12 to 1, Star Wars themed cos fight. 1 to 2, Ninja Turtle panel with Steve Levine and Jim Lawson, 2 of the original 5 creators of Ninja Turtles.
That's pretty cool.
Battle of the Movies is going to be Rogue. I did not update this. Rogue One. So it's going to be like Rogue One versus Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Oh, that's easy. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Rogue One, I don't know. Rogue One. I like Rogue One. That's kind of my favorite Star Wars movie. So I don't know. I'd have to say I'd take a lightsaber over whatever they have.
Yeah, but that sounds like an interesting panel. Damn.
I think it is an interesting panel, because I think it was like Skywalker Studios still does like most of the sounding for everything like that. So
Yeah.
mostly like the same movie, but just with raccoons and comics. So. But yeah, so then finally the kids cosplay contest from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. will be on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody's going to be there. We got some amazing judges, like Jenner cosplays. She's going to be there.
Thanks. That's me.
So, yeah, pretty excited about everything. I think it's going to be a great show.
Yeah, so. I think so too. That sounds like a great lineup of events, definitely. So I'm excited about that. I had just 2 more questions for you. Sorry to keep you.
No.
How do you choose where to have conventions? Because I know you have the Saratoga one and the Plattsburgh one this year.
That is a tough question. It took me probably about 3 months of searching back in 2014. Actually, it's going to be 2013. We're talking a long time ago. 2013, so I'm searching around, into November and December, and it's just trying to find the right place. You have to go and talk to everybody, find out what the prices are, find out what is best for you in the Saratoga City Center. I remember that day. I remember sitting down and just saying, "Just do this." And so that was from the movie Pain and Gain, which is a true story with Mark Wahlberg, and that was in the movie, was just get off your butt and do what it is you love to do. And I'm like, wow, what is keeping me back? I remember saying that to myself, like, what's wrong with me all these years? And so I something in me just stood up and just wanted to do Comic-Con. So I went and I did it, and I think it was January 14th, I signed with January 16th, 2014. I signed with the Saratoga City Center, and then we had the con the next year. So it's a lot of searching, a lot of research. What can they offer you with Plattsburgh, New York, Plattsburgh Comic Con, which is September 30th and October 1st, which is also run by Chase Con LLC, which is our corporation that runs Saratoga Comic Con and Plattsburgh Comic Con. That I had to drive up there and look around too, and search. And I sat from home and did that. So I wasn't driving 2 hours north just to drive around and see what was up. So I found it was either going to be the college, which really wasn't great. It was expensive and it wasn't what I wanted. So, or it was the Crete Civic Center. So that's how I chose that. That was fairly easy, especially being with Saratoga Springs City Center, dealing with all that stuff. And I just went into the Crete Center with all the same questions that I had for Saratoga and nailed it. And we signed a few weeks later for Plattsburgh, and that's how you find them. A lot of research, and you need to know your research, though. If you don't, you're going to end up with a con and maybe a great con and a junky place, and people will not like it.
Yeah, I've definitely been to a couple of those.
I think we've been in a few barns or something.
Yeah. Just not a good show. I feel like the city center is a really good location. It's definitely the perfect size and in a really good spot. Easy to get to.
I mean, we've even been in civic centers where those were crap too.
Yeah, it's rough picking a spot, but definitely the city center works out. And just last question, it's a two-parter. Do you mind listing a few of your guests? Because I don't think I've covered that yet. And do you have any dream guests that you would love to have there that someday maybe?
Okay, that's difficult. The second half is a little bit difficult. I'll get into that. So, all right. So who we have for guest stars? I'm just gonna name them off real quick. So we have Brian O'Halloran, who's from Clerks. He was the main actor as Dante, the clerk himself, pretty much what the movie was about. And he's going to be there. He's also done Mr. Garrison and Pokemon. Then there's Scott Schiaffo from Clerks. He's been in other big movies, called classic big movies, besides Clerks. He was also in Vulgar. He's won some really prestigious awards. He's a really great person. So Scott will be there as well, signing.
Nice.
We have, for the wrestling fans, the Nasty Boys from WWE, WCW, TNA. I think I mentioned that. Then we have Steve Levine and Jim Lawson, again, from Ninja Turtles, two of the creators. Anyways, I'm messing up my own thing here. Jeremy Ambler from The Walking Dead. He was a walker, and he was in several other movies. He's in that new Gifted movie with Captain America there.
Oh,
Can't remember his name. Yeah, so he's in that. So that movie just came out. Perfect timing for the con. And then Jenny Hall, she's also been in horror films. She was in Night of the Living Dead Genesis. And we have David Madison, the director, producer, and actor for Mr. Hush. He's also done several other movies as well.
Nice.
We have Eric Johnson will be there. He's worked on sculptures for Disney and all that stuff. He's only bringing his Star Wars pod racer and other things. So you can come meet him and talk with him on how to do it down by all his great attractions. He'll have the Hellhound there as well. Then we have cosplay guest stars real quick. Ruby Renexo, Jennifer Rose, Myra Theon Cosplay, Chelsea Von Chastity, the True Mr. J, Jennard, Coach Moses. So that's it for the cosplay guest stars. Then, really quick, we have our guest artists. We've already mentioned two of them. Then Richard Ferguson, he's from Magic the Gathering. and all guys their leads that does all the artwork. We have beautiful artwork. Then we have Dave Ryan from Judge Dredd, RoboCop, Deathlock, Owlgirls. He's coming up from Jersey. It's his first time up to the area, and he's really excited.
Nice.
Yeah. We have Jay Morse he also does a lot of the he does the Saratoga Comic Con comic book and all that. And then we have our tattoo artists, Matthew Skipcharin, Drew, Logan Puck Winters. They're all going to be there.
Nice. I know the tattooing is like a really big part of it, and a lot of people are excited about that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
I did want to say that we're doing something new where if you get the Saratoga Comic Con logo on your body, you get ultimate VIP pass for the rest and I pay for the tattoo.
Wow, for the rest of your life?
For the rest of your life. You get into all 3 shows actually with my company, both Saratoga's, Plattsburgh, and so yeah, if you get the tattoo, and I also pay for that tattoo.
Wow, that's nice.
That's pretty amazing. But yeah, you wouldn't have to get it because you're always a guest. So, but unless you want the ultimate VIP package to go with that.
I mean, maybe it's tempting. That sounds like a good deal.
It is. So, yeah, and just on a side note, really quick, 1966 Batmobile, first concept drawing, Land Speeder from Star Wars, the Hellhounds, Dukes of Hazzard car, the General Lee, Jurassic Park Jeep. We have the Doctor Who bike with Doctor Who standees behind for all you Whovians.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we got the Mandalorian Mercs coming, the 501st. And we have, obviously, the Cos Fight panel, learn how to cos fight Star Wars style. And so we have a lot of stuff going on. And also our host, Johnny C. Everybody remembers him. So, and we have lots of other things, Super Smash Brother tournaments with trophies. We have virtual reality going on, and the Gaffney's after party on Saturday on the 6th.
I will be there.
Yeah, from 6 p.m. Everything on the menu is $1 off. And we have and besides that, we got some of the best vendors and local artists in the world, and sponsors too.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot, and if there's anything we missed, it should be covered on your website. What's the website?
SaratogaComicCon.com.
Nice, that's easy. And last thing, the dream guest.
Oh, dream guest.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say Robert Downey Jr. and all that stuff, Chris Evans, and I guess I would do it for the sales. But if I was really gonna do it, I'd have to probably say all the original actors from like Ninja Turtles 1.
Yeah.
I think.
That would be pretty great.
Yeah, and I can get most of them except for but I can't get Casey Jones. He doesn't do cons, I don't think, so. Yeah, so it's kind of
it's okay. I'll dress up like Casey Jones. It'll be fine.
You can sign autographs.
All right. Well, it sounds good. Thank you so much for answering all of my questions and talking to me today.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on the show.
Yeah, definitely. See you there.
I'll see you. Bye.